Greetings, everyone. This is David Less, representing the Abrahamic Reunion here in Jerusalem. To give you a little setting, we're in the Old City. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is there. The Dome of the Rock, hopefully we can take a look later, is there. The Tower of David is behind me. We are in the place where we can walk on paving stones that are 2,500 years old. Many pilgrims here. And it is also the day where many missiles were shot into Syria. And to give you a little perspective, we are about here, we're about 50 miles from the Syrian border and perhaps 50 miles to the border of Lebanon. We're very close to Jordan, and Gaza is a stone's throw away. The West Bank, we can't quite see it from here, but I was looking at the wall this morning. On the other side was Bethlehem, and I was still in Jerusalem. And I think everyone is aware that the situation, not just in Syria, but here too, is difficult. There seems to be an attachment to points of view that does not promote understanding. I have no idea how peace will come here, and I don't know if anybody does, but I know the prelude to that will be a deep understanding, respect, and recognition of the other. And what we're trying to do is bring all the others together and just have them meet each other, have them eat with each other, and begin to drop some of the barriers that frankly don't help understanding. So we're starting a 10-day series of events now, and we're going to have a family forum day where families from all traditions will come and meet each other, a day for women, a day for young people training to be peacemakers, Israelis and Palestinians, and we are going to end all of this with a summit for peace and understanding in the city of Akko, the city that was the home of the Crusaders. And there will be 150 to 200 people there. Many, many, many prominent Israelis will come there from the Muslim, Christian, and Jewish communities. And we will be continuing to blog and invite you all to come and be part of that. Every day at 11:30 East Coast time, we will bring you an update of where we are and what's going on. And I wonder if we can just pan the camera a little bit so you can get a sense of the magic and the beauty that's here. We're up on the roof of a hotel that we're staying in now, called the New Imperial Hotel. And you can see the Dome of the Rock and the Mosque of Al-Aqsa is the gold-domed mosque right there. Behind it is the Mount of Olives. You can see the tower there. And the Kidron Valley. And are we still doing okay with transmission? Great. The audio is crackly but understandable. It sounds like just what goes on here. The audio is crackly but not understandable. So have a sense of where we are. We are here in the for some reason the point of possibility, and that possibility can go, of course, like anything else, in all directions. We're hoping that by our prayer, by our inner work, the possibility can be towards peace and understanding and love, lest we forget. So I think what we're going to do now is just quickly pan around, and you can see who's here. There's just a few of us. Katie's running away. There are actually almost 14 of us, if you include the Israelis and Palestinians in our group, 9 from Europe and America, and us. And look, this work is interesting and not so easy here right now. So really send your good thoughts and help us. We're not here alone. We need all of you with us. It really works. I'm convinced after almost 74 years, it really works. So focus the heart, focus the intention, and help us out. And anybody want to say anything, Anna?
Anna, you've been here for the last 3 weeks?
Almost.
3 weeks almost, helping set up this event. Can you share a little bit about that?
It's a lot of work to set Okay, it's a lot of work to set up an event like this, and we couldn't have done it without our project director Abed Manasra, who we brought on to really coordinate things and recruit all the many people who will be participating in this event. Also, his father, Ghassan Manasra, the international director of the Abrahamic Reunion, has been really instrumental in putting together the program we're involved in here. My feeling, well, we spent the day today actually taking our group on a tour of the different sacred sites from history, from all the traditions. We visited Muslim sites, we visited Jewish sites, we visited Christian sites, dating all the way back to 5,000 years, and it was really interesting. Somebody in my group was crossing into one of these sites with me, and they said, you know, human beings are so complex, and what was really interesting to see is we were in this huge sea of people from all different cultures, and some aspect of their consciousness was identified with different points in history, and they were here to almost make a pilgrimage or a journey to experience that aspect of their consciousness merging with their current identity. And it was very amazing to see how each of these human beings was identified in some way with events that had taken place thousands of years ago and hundreds of years ago. And somehow we're here to reconcile that aspect of themselves with their present, with what's going on presently in their lives. And that was something, when we say it's complex, it's not only diverse, it's because people are identified with points in time that aren't in the present moment. And somehow coming into harmony with that for themselves and trying to relate to people who are maybe identified with a different point in time in history and communicate with them about those things. So there's people here whose aspects of their consciousness are identified 2,000 years ago. Some who are identified 600 years later, and some who are identified 5,000 years ago, all trying to live together. And it's a very, very, there's no place like this on the planet. No place.
It's a three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle. Yes. Or outside of time and space and within time and space.
Yes, it's involved with a million people time traveling all at once, yeah. At various points in that experience.
We should probably end this vlog. Anybody else want to say anything?
Sure. Yeah.
Just change places with me.
Sure, I can sit. I can be next to Anna here.
Oh, good.
So one thing we haven't mentioned exactly is just the name of all the issues, and the name of all these programs we're going to be hosting here is Healing the Heart of the Holy Land. And I was really realizing as I was studying some of the history of this land, how Israel, the Holy Land, Palestine, this is a land bridge connecting Africa, Asia, and almost getting towards Europe. So this is the crossing place of so many different ideas, cultures, caravans, and peoples. It is one of the hearts of the world. And right now, we have the conflict in Syria escalating. We have, tensions here because of what's happening, the protests in Gaza. But we're here to just bring people together into harmony with each other on a human, heart-to-heart level, to encounter healing within themselves, like Anna said, about their own religious identifications or relations with other people as humans. So please send your prayers, and if you wish, you can send a written prayer. There's so many holy sites here that we leave little slips of paper with prayers written on them, and we can leave your prayers here. It really makes a difference. So thank you.
One more thing, if I may. We're totally live. I just want to end with something I just saw before we started sending this vlog. We were downstairs on the second floor, and I looked out the window, and there were all of these wires sticking up so the pigeons don't land on that particular windowsill. And two pigeons had made a home behind the wires where they were raising their family, and they were using the wires as a barrier of protection. And I think we have to take all the negativity and all the difficulty and all the complexity and somehow bring that together and use that to elevate consciousness. I know sometimes it sounds like a little bit of a fairy tale, but all of the fairy tales are based on fundamental truths. And the fundamental truths is humanity is destined to evolve and grow and elevate the consciousness of this planet. So thank you all. We all offer you love and blessings and pray for us. And if you want to send some financial support, we're kind of tapped out in that area too. So just go on the AR site and you can help. But any way you can, especially with deep understanding and prayer, and tell your friends, hey, these people